Bellator featherweight prospect Solo Hatley Jr. What's going on, man? How's life right now?
Pretty good, pretty good. Just finished training and get my hair done for the fight so it doesn't be in the way.
I remember in your last fight, your debut, John McCarthy. Did you watch it? Did you hear him? He said you had the best hair in MMA.
Yeah, yeah, I did hear that.
Let's talk more about the debut, man. Last February, you got the split decision win over Gaston Bolanos, and you
hmm
broke your foot, I believe, in the first round. How much did that injury hinder your performance, you think?
Yeah, I broke in like the first 15 seconds.
Mhm.
Actually, uh, I didn't know it was broken until I got to the hospital. I didn't really start feeling it till like the third round. Whenever I put pressure, I would kind of like stumble. So, but I was fine, so I wasn't really thinking about it. Um, yeah, I didn't know it was broken until I got to the hospital.
What was the recovery like with the foot?
Wasn't too. I had like two or three broken bones in it, and I had to wear a cast for a while. But I chilled for like 6 weeks, I think, and was kind of like slowly rehabbing it, and it's good now though. But yeah, I was down about I guess 6 weeks.
So I guess the quarantine or the lockdown, was there a lockdown in your area during that time?
Yeah, actually, happened like yeah after the fight, like maybe a week or two after that is when stuff started shutting down.
Also, so it worked out in many ways, I guess, right?
Yeah, I was really lucky I fought before the whole Corona stuff started happening.
Now with the pandemic, how much has it affected your life, especially with training?
Um, Training's actually been kind of better, because our gym has been closed off to the public, but me and some other fighters, we're still allowed to train at my main gym, and then like with my wrestling gym, like I said, we're closed down to the public, but since I had this big fight, my coach was bringing in like some state champions for me to train with, so it was kind of better. Like I don't want to sound like a douche when I say this, but like because I don't mind training with like newer people and people who aren't fighters and stuff like that. But like when I'm in a camp, it's kind of nice to just have strictly fighters to train with, so you don't have to slow down for like the newer people.
Oh yeah, yeah, I completely understand what you're saying because those guys can injure you very easily.
Yeah,
You said the training was closed off. When did you actually get into camp for this upcoming fight on July 24th?
about 5 weeks ago.
5 weeks ago. So you
Mm.
knew about this fight way before anybody knew about a Bellator event happening.
I actually no. So like I was off of training for a while, and then I started back training. And then maybe like 2 weeks when I started back training, my manager called me and told me it was like Bellator wants you to fight Aaron Pico, and that was when like the file. So that was like at the beginning of a Monday, and that's when like I was like okay, so like I got into camp, and yeah, that started about five. Well, I guess that started about because the fight like this started about like 4 weeks ago. So yeah, so I've known for about the fight for I guess like about a month.
After, you get the cast off and you get back to training, your foot, was it still somewhat tender, you know what I mean? Like, or did you get right back into it immediately?
Yeah, yeah, at the beginning I had to like work around it. But then eventually like it was kind of just going back to normal.
All right, now with Aaron Pico, is that a guy that you thought like, okay, I made my debut, now I want to fight Aaron Pico eventually, or is it just somewhat of a surprise to you when they offered you him?
Kind of a surprise. Like I honestly thought that because I know he's a ranked dude, and so I thought that I would have to fight like three or four more dudes before fighting him. But from what I heard, he's the one that chose to fight me, and that's why we're fighting. Like I heard that I don't know how true. I'm just saying what I heard is that he had like a whole bunch of options, but I was the person he chose to fight. So and then Bellator, yeah, asked that I want to fight him, and I was like, yeah, I don't fight. I'm scared to fight nobody. So that's kind of how that happened.
Well, second fight in a row where, you get to fight someone that Bellator seems to be building, right? So it works in your favor.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, like Bolanos and with Aaron, they're obviously. I know how the politics of MMA works. Obviously, I know who they want to win. Even with Bolanos, um, the split. I was really surprised I got the split decision win
Yeah.
because they wanted him to win. Like
Hmm.
they were all promoting him on his video. Da, da, da. They were tagging me in it, you know. And kind of the same thing with Pico is happening too. Like I know who they want to win, so like I'm so yeah, I'm hoping to finish him early because if it goes to decision, I don't know if I'll be blessed again with a decision since I am fighting Aaron Pico.
Yeah, I'm glad. Some people can look at this as a negative, but you're looking at it as a positive, man, which is so much better because, some people are get salty about that. It's like they're trying to use me to catapult this other guy.
Yeah, and you gotta understand too, like at the end of the day, I mean, it's a sport, but it's a business at the end of the day, and like, and dude, whatever, he's like real popular, like since the beginning, before he even had a fight, he was built to be like the best thing ever, and even though he's been losing or winning and losing, he's still extremely popular, and so, I mean, of course they're gonna build him and like try to bring me in to lose against him like they did with Bolanos. But the same thing's gonna happen. I'm gonna win, and then they ain't got no choice but to recognize me as the new face of Bellator.
Definitely, definitely. So how do you see this matchup against Aaron Pico?
I see me knock him out in the first or second round. He's a real good wrestler. He has good boxing, but it's not a boxing match. It's not a wrestling match. It's a fight. So I mean, I know he's gonna like stand with me for a little bit. As soon as I hit him, he's gonna go back to wrestling. Um, he's a good fighter, but he's not an elite fighter. Uh, like I said, I think I'm the better fighter. Like he's a real great wrestler, good boxing, but it's a fight. It's not a wrestling match. It's not a boxing match. It's a fight.
Yeah, I guess since Pico, he's never went to the judges. There's never been a decision in his fight, so that works in your favor. Like you want a guy that comes to bang, so you could bang back.
Yeah, hopefully, like I said, hopefully it's an early night. I don't like long fights. I don't get paid by the round. I get paid by the fight in general. So yeah, really just hoping to finish it real quick. I don't like long fights.
So was the Bolanos fight somewhat disappointing then, since you did go to the judges?
Yeah, it was real disappointing. Like I made a lot of mistakes in that fight, and even though I won, I don't like going to decision. I like to finish my dudes. Like I said, preferably the first round, preferably the first 10 seconds if I can. I don't like even though I win, I still think of it as a loss because what Mike Tyson say, if I don't kill him, it doesn't count. So that's
Yeah.
kind of how I think. Yeah, I don't like decisions at all.
Are you a type of fighter that just takes it, one fight at a time, or do you have kind of like a set plan for yourself for the next couple of years of where you want to be?
Well, kind of both. A lot of people. One thing I want to like shut down immediately is a lot of people. They're saying after I beat Pico, you could get the next title shot and blah blah blah. And I don't. I really don't want to rush into a title shot because I'm a person. I'm believe I'm a realist. And the champion is Pitbull, one of my favorite fighters in Bellator. And dude is a fighter. Like he's got hands, and definitely do not want to fight him right now. Like there's levels to it, um, and so I definitely don't want to be rushed or anything. Like 'cause I see it all the time, just like in the UFC, when who was a Darren Till, like he had like 3 fights and they rushed him to a title fight, and you saw what happened. He lost in like a minute or something. Like no, I don't want to be rushed at all. Like yeah, so I guess like one fight at a time. I don't want them even after I beat Aaron. I don't want them to put me in the Grand Prix tournament. I don't want them to do none of that. So yeah, just
So who do you see then? Even let's say you go in there, you knock out Pico, you got back to back wins, knocking off two highly touted prospects. Do you want a veteran? Is that what you're looking at next?
uh, I mean, I really can't say for next. I mean, I can tell you eventually who I want to fight. Like eventually after some fights, like AJ McKee, um, Darren. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but you know who I'm talking about.
Caldwell.
Um, yep, him. After I beat those dudes, you eventually fight Pitbull. But as far as like right now, uh, don't really have anybody on because I gotta make a name for myself first before I can even like do call outs and stuff. And like yeah, I beat Bolano, but now I gotta beat Aaron Pico. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to like because it could seem like I'm overlooking him if I like think like too far ahead and all that. So yeah, just worry about like beating him and then yeah, just because definitely if I don't get hurt during the fight, I definitely want to fight. 'Cause I know Bellator, I think they usually have fights like every 2 months or something or sooner. So after I beat him, I definitely want to fight as soon as possible after that.
Yeah, it seems like Bellator is going to put on shows very often at the same location, because of the COVID-19 situation. So yeah, and also there's no crowd, man. Is that something that you even think about, or during your fights does it even get into your mind?
I mean, obviously the crowd brings the energy and stuff. I mean, they can still watch on TV. Um, I mean, not really. I mean, because me and Pico came up differently. Like he started out in the big show. I had to work my way up to the big show. So I guess it'll be kind of like the same thing. Because 'cause I fought in front of 20 people before. So I mean, to me, it'll be the same thing. I'll probably be able to hear my coach more clearer.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so yeah, I mean, I can do with or without the fans, I guess. I mean, I mean, it's gonna suck because usually after I win, I like to go back and take pictures with the fans and autographs and all that. So I won't be able to do that, which kind of sucks because I do love the fans and doing that stuff. But as far as the fight itself, I mean, it's not really gonna make a difference to me.
All right. Well, July 24th, Bellator 242, main card. Aaron Pico, Mohegan Sun, Connecticut. Thank you so much, Solo, for the time. Enjoy the fight, and hopefully I'll be talking to you, and you have a call out ready.
Yeah, I'll definitely think about it after I win.